other topics in the core data engineering, uh, like technologies like Hadoop, Big Data, Spark, Hive, and then later on their integration in cloud framework. But before starting all those high level stuff, we have to get two fundamental weapons in our arsenal, and that basically comprises of Python and SQL. So I'll just cover all the important topics in Python that is required to begin our data engineering journey, followed up with some um, SQL training sessions as well, for which we'll have a different series altogether. So let's start with the different topics that I'll be covering for our journey here in Python. So we'll start with the fundamentals, like what Python is, how it interprets the code, followed up with the variables, different data types that we have in Python, like list, tuples, dictionaries. Then we'll have some a session on basic operations, where we'll come basically hold a session covering topics like fundamental mathematical operations, comparative operations. Then we'll have a if else conditional session where we'll cover the if else part of Python, followed up with loops, different loops that we have in any programming language, like for loop, while loop, do while loop. Then it would be functions, more of the user defined functions. We'll have a special functions that is called as lambda functions coming up next. We'll have a very important session on regular expression, because this is one particular topic that comes in really handy when we actually end up uh, coding for data engineering. We'll have error handling, how we handle the errors if we have at all come across. Then we'll also have a different a small session on logging, how we basically log our different steps that we come across while coding. Then will be flat file handling. It would be mostly towards how we read in or write to different files. Uh, then we'll have a special session on modules, where we'll cover basic important data science modules such as NumPy and Pandas. This would be very basic. And the final topic is OOPS, where I'll be covering basic object-oriented programming, uh, different concepts like classes, inheritance, polymorphism, etc. This would be a very basic one, because we do need require an idea of this, but we do not use it that extensively. So yeah, meet you in the next session.